Okay, it's a video for a set called the BLON Fat Girl. I don't know if that was the best name to choose. Actually, I'm going to talk about that a little bit. This is the set right here. It is an attempt to grab a part of the market that's been dominated by KZ for a long time. Moondrop recently released the Chew for $21.99 right now on Shenzhen because I just checked. Very affordable. It's got good tuning. It's got its weak points, but again, it's very affordable, and you can do, people are modifying it, doing all kinds of stuff. So BLON comes along and wants a piece of that market, that other companies that have established names in slightly higher price brands and much higher price brackets try to get a piece of that very large budget pie. Moondrop's first venture there went very, very well. I think it's their first venture. BLON's less so. This is kind of a disaster all around, particularly when you're a company that comes from developing one of the largest armies and sense of loyalty, even more than Tin High 5. BLON in its heyday was just knocking it out. Everybody said dreams and uppity, and they were doing it in a endearing kind of a way. There was some mocking at first, but it became, if somebody said, I'm waiting for the next dream, people knew they were waiting for their next BLON. That association is stuff that companies would kill for. And I'll overlay this, but the tuning of this, if the person who named this set is the same person that tuned this set, you could kill two birds with one stone and just send them on their way. This isn't what they do well. They're not a really good tuner. Their consciousness about 2022 and what's maybe okay and what's a benefit to advertising, it's not really their strong point. Maybe they should be moved to another section where they don't actually touch earphones and they don't do anything related to the tuning of the headphones or earphones. Just move them to another building and do a completely different job, because they are destroying your legacy. You're destroying your legacy, actually. I can't believe it. When I saw the advertisement for this, people were saying fat girl and question mark, and I thought, a little bit of cringe, but maybe it'll be. If this is a hobby based around music and listening to music, and if it was tuned like a beast and it was maybe competitive with the Chew or even a little better, there would be a group of people that would be like, relax, it's just a word, who cares? But it actually is pretty offensive, actually. It's not just now in the SJW era. It's 20, 30, 40, 50 years ago. It will be in 5 years. You'll never be able to say, check out that fat girl, and be heard by her and have anybody think you're anything but classless. But you're not going to be able to get anybody hooked by the tuning because it's tuned like crap. I can't break this down in my video and use the 3 tracks for bass, 3 for mids, and 3 for treble, because they all would get an equal or a bat sign because it sounds like garbage. The bass is very elevated, so somebody might think this is a bass headset, so I'll just take this. I would advise you to move along and take a number of other suggestions to go with bass head. This isn't really a bass headset. Like the BLON Mini, it's got an elevated bass profile, but it sounds not very potent in its slam. The graph indicates otherwise, but it doesn't sound like that. It just sounds poor because of the way it's tuned and how the driver handles that tuning. Then you get to the mids. I'm sorry, there are no mids. And then you get to a 15 dB gain. I'll overlay a graph so that you don't have to keep seeing that lift up. And then you've got peak at between 5 and 6K, you've got another spike around 10K, you've got the enormous gain mountain, so you've got a triple, four mountains actually. This isn't really appropriate for anything, because if the treble doesn't get you, the poor quality of the bass will get you. This is a mess. I get frustrated and I do videos talking about Chi-Fi and how, you know, they could have had this Four Seasons idea, they could have done this thing. They do A through Y, and then they don't do Z. This set was, they didn't really do anything right here. This is like they took another shell from another old set, I'm sure of it, and they put in whatever driver, I'm sure of it, and decided to make it a portable, affordable, competitive with Chew and other things in the price range set, and they ended up making probably one of the worst things that you could buy for $10. Waste of video time, except for a lot of people that are fans of BLON watch my channel, and I'd like you to see this and realize the BLON that you used to know, the one that made the 03, the one that made you feel like uppity and dreams and like they're kind of clever and the tuning is pretty good, and they're apparently gone, and they've been replaced by these people who are just kind of trolling people with their tuning and the names that they use. So I'm going to get out. This is just ridiculously poor. There's really no reason for you to waste $10. Buy a KZ. KZ released a $9 set, ZST, that's better than this. I think that was the name of that set. And I didn't even really like that, but I could kind of get that some people could deal with it. $10? Go buy a Big Mac set or anything, or keep that $10 in your pocket. Control yourself. This is not for you. And I'm talking to everybody. Holy crap. And the whole fat girl thing, yeah, put that dude in a different building and do a totally different job that has nothing to do with interfacing with the public in any kind of a way. Let that guy go. I hope that dude watches this video. Bye-bye. You should be gone, bro. Dun, 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 dun. You didn't do a good job with the presentation. You didn't do a good job with the naming, and you did an absolutely epic fail with the tuning. Bye-bye.